Are you some type of god complex? Or all your children type of thing?
No.
If you're trying to convert me, don't bother, all right? It's a waste of time.
You're my daughter, Hayley.
All right, I'm starting to get scared now.
Jer and myself. We slept together. Jer only told me a few weeks ago.
Oh, she's lying. Or messing with your head. She likes to do that.
Timeline adds up. Of course, I'll get a DNA test to confirm it.
Oh, this has got to be some mistake.
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
Jer told me she hasn't a clue who my real dad is. All right, it was some one-night stand. She didn't even catch his name.
It's me.
Sounds tempting. Okay, I'll see you later then. Can't wait.
Who was that?
Luke Skywalker.
You're meeting him later.
He invited me for a jaunt on his X-Wing.
This isn't funny, Juliet. Every time you're with him, I'm worried sick about you.
Why? He's not some psycho.
He's a creep, and you're not safe with him.
I know what I'm doing, okay?
I don't think you do. Please, just call him back and tell him you don't want to see him anymore.
I like James. And it's none of your business who I choose to see, so stay out of it.
I'm sure Amanda would like to know.
Oh, where have I heard that one before? You were too chicken to tell him last time.
Yeah, well, I don't want to, but if you're not going to listen to me...
What gives you the right to tell anyone? This is my private business. Say anything to my dad and you'll regret it.
You told me before you were married once.
To Annie.
Do I have any other surprise family members?
No. We wanted to have kids, but it didn't happen for us.
I take it this thing with Jer was an affair? Why she didn't tell you about me?
Jer was best friends with Annie.
Classy bunch.
It happened before I was married. Jer disappeared soon after the wedding. She came to Annie's funeral, but she blanked me. I never saw her again until recently.
When exactly did you find out?
A few weeks ago.
You'd no clue before then?
None whatsoever. Knocked me sideways.
Is that why you were giving me grief a while back? You were so disappointed to learn I was yours.
No, of course not.
You lied to me. I've been doing you a favor. Mentoring those kids, working alongside you, and all this time you knew.
I did try to tell you. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Finding out about Jer must have been enough of a head melt. Then there's Anto. He adores you. Anyone can see that. And the bond between you two. I didn't want to get in the way of that.
You won't. Ever. Because Anto is my dad, and always will be.
I'm not trying to take his place.
No, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Your instinct was right the first time. Should have kept your mouth shut. Left well enough alone.
Look, Mondo, I hate being a grass, but I have to tell you something. Juliet signed up as a sugar baby. It's a dating website. Hooks girls up with older men who give them gifts and things.
I know what it is. I suppose Juliet told you about this?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
She's having you on, you big idiot.
She's not.
Juliet is a wind-up merchant. She always has been. And she's fond of the shock and awe tactics as well.
Mondo, listen.
It's like the time she was preparing for her confirmation and she told the teacher that she wanted to opt out because she's a Wiccan. A white witch. And she says she's a member of a coven and tells them all about the full moon ceremonies and the high priestesses and all this.
She's not joking around, okay? You remember James? Her contact through work?
What about him?
He's our sugar daddy.
No, mate, she's having you on. It's a client. I better get this. I'll see you later.
Look, will you promise me that what I'm about to tell you isn't going to change anything?
Love, look, whatever's happened, Alan, whatever you've done, I'm here for you. Here for you now.
I found out who my father is.
What?
The biological one, I mean.
Right.
I know him. I can't believe I'm actually saying this out loud.
Hold on a second. Just slow down. I didn't even know you were looking for him.
I wasn't.
Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I totally understand if you were.
Dad. It's Father Liam. The priest. I've been helping with the outreach project.
Where on earth did you get an idea like that from?
He told me himself.
And you believed him?
Oh, yeah, I think he's being honest with me.
He said something strange to me the other day.
What?
It doesn't matter. What did he say to you?
Jer told him weeks ago. She's known the truth this whole time, and she's kept it from me.
Jerry's known about this from day one. I'll never forget.
No, you can't fight this one for me, all right? I need to do this myself.
Where are you going?
To find Jer.
Oh, hang on, I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
I'm not having you leaving this house when you're this upset.
That cow deserves everything that's coming to her.
Hayley, wait. What's up with her?
Hey, might do the same myself. Although don't say anything to your ma. I'm supposed to be making healthy meals while she's away.
Look, Mondo, I logged into the Sugar Baby website. It's Juliet's profile.
Well, that has to be a mistake. Well, she'd never sign up for this, no way.
She has.
So maybe someone stole her photo off her Instagram.
She admitted it to me, okay? She told me she's seeing James. I asked her to stop. I mean, he's only using her, but you know how she is. You might get through to her, though. I think the best thing to do is just sit down and talk to her. What do you reckon? Mondo?
Yeah?
What are you gonna do?
Well, first I need to find James. I'll make sure he keeps his filthy hands off her.
Do that and he'll have you up on assault charges. That's a sure way to send Juliet running to him.
Hey, have you heard from Liam? There was a no-show earlier and I can't get a hold of him.
No, I don't know where he is.
We're due a meeting too soon, so I'll give you a text.
No, I'm quitting the outreach.
Why?
Something come up.
Aren't going to even notice.
No.
Those kids are depending on you, Hayley.
Yeah, well, if Liam had been straight with me in the first place, I wouldn't have gotten involved.
What did he do?
Just forget him. Yeah.
Did you have a row? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I just found out. Liam is my dad.
It's a lot to take in. You all right?
You're not in the slightest bit shocked.
No, I am.
You don't seem it. You knew. What, did he talk to you about me?
No, never said a word. I copped it. I spoke to him in Jer. I figured it out.
And you never told me. When I was trying to find out who my dad was, you were the one I turned to for help. I trusted you.
It wasn't my place to tell you.
It's funny how I'm usually the last one to find out who my actual parents are.
Liam wasn't told either. You can blame Jer for that.
Yeah. I will whenever I get a hold of her.
With Jer? With a priest?
He wasn't one at the time.
Jer with anyone?
Enough about Jer. Your sister's in an awful way and I'm worried sick about her.
How's Ma?
Her phone keeps ringing out. I'll try her again later.
are you doing here?
Wanted to see how Haley is.
Take that collar off so I can punch the head off you.
Dad, don't do this. Look, things are complicated enough for Haley right now. Do you really want to make things worse?
I was only trying to do the right thing by her.
Haley was crushed when she learned about Jerry. She's just over that bombshell and then you land this on her. How much is she supposed to take? Are you out there like some superhero saving the world and at the same time you're destroying my family?
I had to tell her the truth.
Get out, you clown. And stay the hell away from my daughter.
That's my seat.
Sorry, I didn't see your name on it.
I just went out for a smoke.
You're still smoking those filthy oaks. What if the cancer comes back? Did your doctor not tell you to quit?
Everyone has to die or something. I'm losing the will to live just sitting here with you. Nice to know you care, though.
Lying to me about who my father is. Where the hell do you get off?
I said it was a one-night stand, which it was.
What the hell is going on?
Father Liam. He's my dad.
Is this true? The same Liam that married your best friend?
I broke ties with both of them after the wedding. Now you know why.
You pretended you hadn't a clue who he was.
Yeah, well, he's someone I'd sooner forget.
And why is that?
I never thought much of him.
So why confess you have a child together? You could have kept that buried. You wanted him to know. He's the reason you're so miserable, isn't he?
Don't be stupid. I barely give the man a second thought.
Yeah? Well, I did. Wondering if I'd passed my father on the street or if I'd pulled him a pint. I'd hear a familiar voice and think, could that be him?
Well, now you know. Mystery solved.
You are one cold-hearted bitch. You never cared what was best for me. You never gave a damn.
I did what I thought was right at the time.
Big mistake. An even bigger one was you showing up here after 30 years. You should have stayed away, done us all a favour.
Dad. 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 I'll leave this here for you. Yeah. You know this isn't going to change anything between you and Haley.
Yes, it is.
It was Liam, wasn't it? He broke your heart.
Are you mad? You think I'd fall for a drip like him? He'd bore me to tears.
You never spoke to Annie after the wedding. You completely cut ties with her.
I couldn't face her. It wasn't a very nice thing I did.
You never beat yourself up over your mistakes.
I don't have a conscience.
Not much of one, no. It was Liam you were really avoiding. You couldn't bear it. Seeing them together, happily married. Because you loved him.
It must be great fun inside that head of yours. Pure fantasy land. You think you know me so well. You haven't a notion. I couldn't stand Annie. She was an insufferable pain who looked down her nose at me. So I bedded her future husband, just to spite her. And when I saw her walking down the aisle, all dewy-eyed, I had a right little giggle to myself. Sorry it's not the Mills and Boom saga you were hoping for. But that's how it was. Petty and cruel.
Mom called me earlier. She says she's gonna come over and visit whenever she can.
Please tell me it isn't true. This sugar baby thing. I don't understand. How could you do it?
It's not what you think.
Dress it up whatever way you want. Dating men for money is only one thing in my book.
Is that what you think of me?
I have no idea what to make of you right now.
He is a good man who I admire and respect. What is wrong with that?
Well, you still think so highly of him if he stopped throwing cash at you?
He supports me. He sees my potential.
So do I. That's why I'm so gutted to see you resort to this.
When I came to you for career advice, you told me to do whatever it takes to make it.
I didn't mean for you to go and sell yourself. If I thought for a second that that's what you were thinking, I would have knocked some sense into you.
Dad, there are hundreds of girls that do this. It's really not as bad as you think. If you give me a chance, I can explain it to you. Please, just hear me out.
You heard? Arthur was about to attack me. I suppose you're here to let rip too?
I can't get my head around it. Haley's all over the place. Can I ask you, what happened between you and Ger?
You want me to state the obvious?
I know how a baby is made, thanks. But I reckon there was more to it than that.
It was a once-off.
She was crazy about you, though. And you knew it. You took advantage of her.
No. That is not what happened.
You got to enjoy your last night of freedom before getting hitched. But Ger was in love with you. Do you have any idea what that did to her? It crushed her. She spun out of control. Drink, drugs, you name it. And the saddest part of it is, she couldn't look after herself. Never mind a child.
I didn't know about any of that. Ger disappeared after the wedding.
I wish she'd never laid eyes on you. When I think about how differently things could have worked out for her, you might have made my sister's life a misery. But you better not mess Haley around.
I'm your dad. It ends now.
I'm 18. I can do what I want.
Now, you're still living under my roof, so my rules apply.
No, I won't do it.
I got your text.
Thanks for ratting me out.
Yeah, you should be thanking him. I was about to go after James and he talked me down. Alex is looking out for you.
Yeah, I had to tell him. And you weren't going to listen to me.
I'm not a stupid little girl who needs to be told what to do. I like James, and I'm gonna keep seeing him, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
You raise your daughter the best you can, hoping that they'll grow up to be an intelligent, independent young woman. And I guess I failed big time, if this is how you've turned out. I'm ashamed of what you've become.
It would do her good to talk about it.
She will in her own time.
Don't stop on my account.
I'm worried about you.
I'm grand, all right. Look, when I found out about Ger, I spent months questioning everything. I thought I didn't fit in, that I was this outsider.
No, that's not true.
I understand that now, Ma. I guess what I learned from that is that this right here is my family. Always has been.
So, did you take a look at the links I sent you?
I didn't even get a chance to open them. It's been a mad day.
But check out the TED Talk with Simon Sinek, some good pointers in there.
Does he have any tips on how to deal with a terribly annoying father?
What's up with your old man?
He keeps trying to tell me what to do.
Oh, my dad was the same. Loved to dish out the advice. Not that you mean well.
What if you don't welcome it?
You're smart and talented. You don't need daddy's approval. Do whatever's best for you.
Yeah, I think I'll do just that.
Tonight I'll make you forget all about your worries. I have a special surprise lined up.
The mystery dinner. Where are you taking me?
To my place. Don't worry, it's not how it sounds.
It's your cooking I'm worried about more.
I've booked a sushi chef.
My favorite.
I've been taking notes.
And like you, I'm pretty good in the kitchen.
Really?
You'll find out in the morning when I cook you breakfast.
Just to be clear, you don't have to do this. I'm happy with how things are between us.
I know, but I want to.
I wish there was something I could do to make things easier for you, love.
It's Ger and Liam. I can get rid of them if you like.
No, it's fine. Can you give us a minute?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about Liam when you first asked. I hadn't seen him in years. Wasn't sure if he was alive or dead.
You knew who he was.
Look, neither of us have covered ourselves in glory here. I should have been up front with you. I wish I had done things differently.
How am I supposed to believe a word either of you say?
I promise you, from now on, no more lies.
You have my word.
There is one thing. Apart from me and my family, who else knows?
Nobody else knew. It stays between us.
I haven't told anyone.
Let me make this really clear for you. I want nothing more to do with the pair of you. You promised to tell me the truth, and then 2 seconds later, you're both lying to me face. Carol knows.
You already had enough to deal with. I didn't want to pour more on top of you.
Shut up! You've never been concerned with me. You only ever think of yourself. One good thing to come out of this whole mess is that I realise now just how lucky I am. The day I was handed over to Anto and Sharon was the best thing that ever happened to me. You want to do right by me. Leave me alone. I never want to see either of you again.
Hayley, I'm sorry. Please.
Ger is leaving today for who knows how long. We have one chance to start fixing this.
You were always so bossy the morning after.
I wouldn't know. You're my first morning after. My first, full stop.
Maybe when you get to know me, you get to love me. Like Sean does.
Give over.
Oh, that's really telling.
Go look after your precious business.
I could be gone for months. Please, just give me a reason to cancel.